Hey, good morning, everybody. Yep, we got multiple issues. Yep. Welcome back. It's Al. We're playing some Stationeers and we're back on Mars. So a few things changed. Things got a little touchy. Touchy's a good word. We like the word touchy. Here we are. I did a few things. I put up our ice crusher, and we've now got a refrigerator with potatoes in there. Just close it up. Rearranged, new computer. I like the screen. We've got our little editor housing. I named it so that I could know what was going on. We've got our little cook station here, which I haven't cooked anything yet, but you know, it's all a thing. So I went out mining as well. Three, four. So we have all of this. I found ice galore, so we're not going to run out of water anytime soon. And I've got lots and lots of stuff here. Um, so we have a problem though. Okay, we have multiple problems, all really kind of wrapped into one big problem. This space, the system that we set up for the filtration, it was a good temporary stopgap. But now that we've expanded the space, we've pressurized the space, it's heating up faster and faster, and our system is not able to keep up with it. Which makes sense because it's running day and night, right? Um, and as I came in a couple of nights, and I dropped some oxide in here, just to cool it off. But of course, the overpressurization caused this system to kick in, which then got this system almost to explosion point. It was at 9.98 when I wrenched it off. I wrenched off the vent there, and then I went out there and I turned off the system and turned that off, and everything is off. So there's no filtration being pulled out now. So we're going to slowly overpressurize, and we're going to overheat in here. So we need a better, more stable solution to fix our problems, which means we need to do a bunch of smelting. So yeah, that's where we are, because we need to get our, oh, you know what? Let's take care of our needs before we go out there, because we got a lot of things to do. We need food. We'll get some water in our systems. All right, that's taken care of. I replaced my battery a little bit ago. Pop that in there. Eat this. Oh, you know what? I think I still had a partial bar. I did. Oh well. We can eat these later. We can have noms. Noms are a good thing. So yeah, let's get going. I added some lights in here. I cleaned up the wiring so it's not quite so messy. So yeah, we're looking pretty good in here. Now, my goal is we're gonna get one of the big powered vents. We're gonna start building out this side over here in order to have some actual tank storage for the outside air and our actual oxygen. And I'll probably put the actual oxygen over there, but we'll have the environmental air over here. And then that way we'll be pumping in only the cold air at night into our insulated tank so that it can send it into the room insulated, and it's nice and cold to keep that room nice and cold. We'll probably need a couple more passive vents in order to keep that room really cold, and then we'll have the other one system still doing its pull, but into a nice larger tank that will have a sensor so that when it gets too close, it starts just throwing that gas out because we don't need it, right? So that's the idea. That's the plan anyways. So we need to get started. We have a lot of things to do. I'm going to want to build in steel because I prefer the look of steel. I have glass sheets in multiple places. Let's turn on our lights so we can see into the corners here. Got plastic walls. Yeah, no, we need some, and we need to do some smelting because we're running low on steel. So that's a thing as well. And our power seems to be having an issue. I mean, we'll see where that is at the end of the day. All right, so let's build a few frames. Hope everybody had a lovely day or is having a lovely day. And then we're going to go ahead and drop that down into there because we're going to need to use our welder. And then tonight we'll do the smelting. We have to do Constantin and we have to do Invar to do the things that we need to do today. It's just a thing. Let's do like 8 or 10 of these. I want some room to work with. I don't want to feel like I'm smooshed. Being smooshed is not good. And then we'll need to make reinforced or insulated pipes. So that will be a thing. We'll do 8. Because until we get more steel, I want to sort of be conservative on our steel usage. So yep, this is what we're doing today. We're gonna fix our filtration system. We also need to work on getting our nitrogen going. We got some things we need to do because our jetpack is starting to run low, and we don't have any nitrogen to refill it. We have very little that's in the ice crusher. I want to keep an eyeball on that power. So let's go ahead and weld these up a little bit. Do the same on the other side. I mean, we have some room here, but I don't want the oxygen tank right on top of this room. Okay. Excellent. Excellent. Now, let's go see what our tanks are going to cost. Because we want the big, big tanks. The big, big tanks. So this is copper and steel, and then this is going to be copper, steel, and silicon. So we want an insulated one for over there. We don't really care about the one outside because it never gets hot enough to explode. So copper, steel, and silicon. Okay, let's get the insulated tank done first. That's really pressing right now. And then we want to start the next one, which is this. So yeah, that was kind of a rude wake-up call this morning of almost blowing my oxygen tank, which would have blown up that whole side of the base, and things just would have been messy and ugly, and yeah, it would not have been good. Go out there and throw this out there. I don't want you building doubles of those, please and thank you. So that's our pipe, that's our data. Yeah, that works for me. One of these days, I'm seriously going to put freaking floor down or something like that. And we'll put this one up over here. get this ready to go as well. So these can hold a wee bit more, you know, they can hold more. They can hold more gas. That's what I'm trying to spit out. Let me spit that out. All right, let's get this ready to go. I already turned that off, right? Yeah, okay, I turned that off. Excellent. This is our gas one. So I think we're going to do our steel first because it's relatively easy to do. Right, it is cold enough that I can hold on to this. And then we want to take this and we want to split two off of that. Then we want to throw that in there. Throw that in there. And then we want to close this, grab this. So we'll do 2 batches of steel. That'll be 400. So that's 1, 2. 3. 4. 5. Now for the coal. We need the pressure anyways for both the Invar and the Constantin, so this is not too much of a problem. All right, what are we slacking on here? You know, I should have this memorized by now, but 900. Right. I don't want to take it much more above that as far as pressure goes right now, because we need to add a little bit more to get... So we're going to let that breathe just a little bit. Take it down a touch. We need the high pressure because they both take 17 to 20, but we need 900K and we need, yeah, we need a little bit more. So I'll take this down to about 15 before I add in some more hydrogen and bauxite. There we go. Okay, so you're at that now. Close that, open that. We're going to split 2. Split 1. Nope, not that one. That helped a wee bit. That went the wrong way. And then... there we go. And now we have our steel. Excellent. All right, I'm going to throw that over there. Now, next. Let's pause this real quick because Constantin, which is iron, or no, copper and nickel, and it needs 1 to 100K and 20 to 100. But I do believe Invar is a little bit more forgiving, 18 to 20, but it needs more heat. We're at 17.7. We're still building on the heat thing. All right. So we're going to do the Constantin first. 1 to 100 and 20 to 100. copper and nickel. Oh, whoops. Copper and nickel. Here we go. Throw that in there. Is this open again? Oh, I didn't even see it open. Silly me. So we're not quite there on temperature nor on pressure. So we're going to go ahead and say split 1 and split 1. And then we need to release a little bit of pressure. Take this down to about 19, because you can always increase pressure, you know. Man, we need an advanced furnace. And I took that to 18.5. That's fine. All right, split 1, split 1. There we go. We have Constantin, guys. Yes, yes, we do. Throw that there. All right, now we need iron and nickel. Yeah, let's get these done. Now, this is iron and nickel invar. So it's got to be 1.2 and 18 to 20. So we're way over pressure and way under temperature. Out a little bit. Take it down to about 17, 17.5. And then we can make all sorts of good things. Oh yes, maybe even make our rover today if we can get our problems resolved. Oh, that would be great. Let's go ahead and stop that. There we go. All right, so now you need more temperature. We have to get to 1.2. We have to be between 18 and 20. We're already getting too high on the MPA. So let's go ahead and back that down a wee bit more again. Because we need to get this temperature up. ice till it gets us to where we want to be. We're almost up. There we go. Now, so we've got the temperature. Now we need to let it sort of cool off a bit, or depressurize a bit. That's going to take a bit. Temperature's already starting to drop. Oh, this is so not good for us. We got it. Oh, we got it, guys. Oh, that was so close. Ah, I was afraid that the sun was going to mess with us and we weren't going to get it. Ah, excellent, excellent, excellent. I do have a bunch of stuff that needs to be smelted. So let's go ahead and just do this. Oh, whoops. Did I do that wrong? Oh, I did. Ugh, Elle, you suck. We'll have to get a centrifuge for that later. I got a bunch of stuff over here that needs to be smelted. Just get all of this done. So much smelting going on. This should be our last little bit here. All right, there we go. So that's gonna pass through. All right, so we need to throw that in there, that in there. There. You've got the copper and steel. My power situation is bothering me as well. All right, do you have constant invar? There's the invar. Put that in there. Okay. Electronic printer mod. All right, let's close some of this up so we're not making ourselves crazy. Okay, I only make myself crazy. I know. That there, put that there. All right, so we've got most of the metals we need right now. Yeah, we're gonna need to do something about the power switch. Ever since I put up the lights and the refrigerator, you know, it all eats into the power. Oh, we should go check on our potatoes as well. They were close to seeding before we came out here to do our thing. So let's make sure they're taken care of, because this way they're not in the way. We've got plenty that are in storage, so we can eat. That won't be a problem. But we don't want to blast out our potatoes if we don't have to. Bum, 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 bum. I'll turn that off for the time being. Right. We have seeds. Oh yeah, I filled everything up with these stupid water bottles. right, go stick these in the fridge. And we are not going to starve to death. Grab a little sip of water real quick. Let's check our oxygen and things like that as well. Okay, so our waste tank is starting to go. That's fine. Let's eat this. Just trying to be a little bit proactive here. Put that there. Let's put that there. And then we'll put this there. And that will fill up. Excellent. Okay. Everything is pretty much taken care of. Let's drop that into there. Let's not suffocate ourselves in our own airlock. That would be very, very bad. Oh, you're still printing this thing. Well, that's good to know. Iron? Are we actually out of iron? No, because I just smelted a bunch. Oh, what a dork. I know. Okay. I think we need the screwdriver for this. Oh, look at that. Upgraded electronics printer. Boot that baby up. There we go. Okay, so let's look for the mods because we need the pipe bender mod here. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's get everything upgraded so that we can get what we need done. That was redundant, wasn't it? It was. The fans are funny looking. Alright. So we've got our steel that we're going to need in order to make our piping for out there. And we've got our vents already that we'll need. Got our filtration unit. We'll just need the active vent. So the active vent will probably pull from here into the filtration over into here, then up over into there. That's sort of how I have that laid out in my head anyways. My power is really not doing well. Let's turn as much as we can off so that we start conserving some power. That is like my next big issue to work on is power. Now I had a storm when I first logged in. It's been a few days, so we're probably due for another storm very soon, which should pop that that battery up. But I do have some more coal in here if I need, so we should be okay. I moved it outside. I didn't really want it inside anymore. So it is now outside where it belongs. All right, let's get this onto here. There we go. We might as well do all of these while we're here. So let's do the auto lathe. Yeah, we'll be fine. Now, you, my fine friend, so we want this, but everything that we need for it is being used over there. So as soon as we get that done, we'll be okay to get this done. So we're going to turn this off. We're conserving power right now. Conserving power. We need to get this hooked up as well. I think we'll probably hook this up to our advanced furnace. Well, we've got some copper, a little bit of silicon that I grabbed. A lot of copper. We're going to need the copper though, so I'm not too worried about it. And that vent is going to pull a lot of power. So we need to have the power ready to go because it's like 1,000 watts for every tick that it runs. So we're definitely going to need to get that taken care of. I probably should take care of that while I'm just standing around doing nothing. Let's go ahead and turn you on again. We need a new filter. That one right here. Then turn you off. And we'll get our auto lift done. We'll get all of them upgraded because we've got the stuff. Might as well get it done. Then we don't have to worry about it. It's done. It's finished. You have no idea how long it took me to find freaking nickel this morning. I went out 3 days in a row before I finally found a big deposit of nickel. It was crazy. And then we'll get the other one printing. That was the autolathe, so we gotta do the tool printer. There we go. So what kind of neat things can we do in here? I've never really actually looked, so I don't know what all we can do in here. We got bobbleheads, which, oh yeah, we definitely need bobbleheads. Gotta have bobbleheads. Access bridge? What the hell is that? Chutes, beds, blast doors, centrifuge, chairs, cladding, combustion centrifuge. Interesting. MK2 crates, a deep miner. Like, there's a lot of stuff in here that I have never played with, so a lot of this is all new to me. Reinforced walls. Kit respawn. Interesting. Rocket manufactory. I've never played with the rockets. SDB hopper. Okay. Silo. A security printer. Okay. Sign, sorter, stackers, stairs, stairwell tables, tool manufactory, kit wall, steel frames, astroloy sheets. All right. Yep, we're getting advanced here, guys. Getting advanced. I mean, I've done a couple of the mods prior to the achievement system. I haven't modded all of my systems, though, before. So this is new. We're getting into new territory for me. I've also never done an advanced furnace, so this is all new as well. Yep. So now what can you make? What neat and awesome, thrilling things can you make for me? Oh, I can make all sorts of things. Oh, whoops. So this is the hard mining backpack, steel and invar. A hard suit, which I don't think we really need, to be honest. Although it looks way cooler, I will say that much. I do want the Icarus stuff, though. I'm not lying. I want the Icarus stuff. This is all kind of the same stuff here. Mining belt MK2. Oh, do we want one of those guys? I think so. Sensor lenses, Inconel, which we have not done yet. A space helmet, space pack. Tool belt MK2, iron and Constantin. Oh, I'm seeing some upgrades in our world. Disposable battery charger. Okay. A celestial scanner? Waspaloy for an ore scanner. A T-ray scanner? Okay, don't know what that is either. Do we want a kitty? I think we want a kitty. A basket, an igniter, a small flag. So that, well, now we can do the arc welder, which would make me very, very happy. Demolition charges, what are those made out of? Electrum solder and silicon. Okay. Liquid vacuum. Alrighty then. A mining charge. Iron, gold, and silicon. Mining drill heavy. Steel, electric, inverted solder. So we definitely want to get that as well. There's a few things we want to get in here, guys. MK2. Well, do we want the MK2 mining drill or do we want the heavy mining drill? The MK2 arc welder. A remote detonator. A spray gun. What do you do with a spray gun? Alright, well, enough looking at that. Let's get what we need done. I'm just going to try to keep all of this together for right now. Alright, so vent is our big one. The powered vent. We only want one of those. Leave that on because we're going to be back. So, power. Sort of debating. I think I want it like this. Okay, so what do you need? Screwdriver and 2 pipes. Okay, we can do that. We got pipes. We got pipes. That is not a problemo. Let me up. This is why I need stairs. Now what do you need? Welding torch and 2 plastic sheets. Alrighty then. Put these back because we're not working on that side just yet. Where did I put my plastic sheets? There they are. Probably gonna need a whole lot more cabling too. Oh my goodness. That was not the tool I wanted. Okay. So this is our insulated. Now we need our filtration unit from up there. Oh, that's probably good because, yeah, these are dead. Turn you off. Yeah, you're not going to turn off unless I do this. There we go. And then I think it was a wrench. Alright, so this is going to be filter. Excellent. Let's go ahead and Welding, no, we need cable coil in right hand. There we go. All right, so that's put together. Insulated pipe. Here we go. Oh, we need silicon. But wait, I don't have silicon in there? Really? Well, we got a little bit here. Ooh, hopefully we don't have to go looking for any because do I have it? No, I think I emptied everything out, right? Yeah, there's no more silicon. That's it. All right, well, it is what it is. Off we go. We're also going to need a pipe sensor or an analyzer so that we know what's inside. All right, let's see what the, well, you know what, yeah, we'll see what this gets us. Bum, bum, ba, ba, ba. So that should be your input. Yep. So this is our filtered. Now we don't care about our unfiltered crap. That can just, we'll just turn that one around and connect into it, but that can be done with regular piping. Bum, 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 bum. Let's go grab that. I'm going to grab a full stack of this because I also want to lay out the line going up into the room. And then we'll have to do more freaking programming. It's programming. Yay. Hopefully we get a little bit more power than what we got right now, because yeah, things are getting kind of touchy around here. That's my word of the day today, touchy. Everything is touchy. We're probably gonna need to push the volume in. You know what? Let's just get things laid out, and then we go from there. I know we're gonna need more stuffs. Okie then. Now for this, since this is going to be our disposable, let's grab that. We're just gonna, you know what? We're just gonna do this. I think I want it sort of away from there. So hang on a second. I think we will put it right there. Actually, we were using the cowl right there, but you know what? We're shaking things up here, man. We're doing things just a wee bit different. that will take care of that bit. Now we need... So this is going to go into here. Then we want this to push, but we also want a sensor. Alright, so we need an analyzer. And then we need a pump. Okie dokie. How you doing on power up here? Let's put our sensor. Oh, that's right. You have to go on the actual pipe. I forgot about that. Actually works out better. Yeah. It's gonna mess with my wiring. Oh, well, I guess that's the way the ball bounces. Because, wait, where's our data port on this puppy? It's back here, right? Yeah, okay.
Power low.
So, yeah, we want you to push into there. All right. Let's get some filters. We can make the really snazzy filters that will last longer now. Ha ha. So we need nitrogen and carbon dioxide. So the heavy filter takes stellate, which we don't want, but we can do this if I smelt some silver. Ooh. We have lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of silver. That is not a problemo. All right, we'll wait till nightfall and then we'll do that. Well, I suppose we should probably clean this up a little bit. Now that is our waste from in there, so yeah. So I don't have to worry about that. And this is our connection coming in, which is going to need to be insulated. So how do we, well, we can actually connect. Oh, I may have done that a little backwards. I mean, I could connect right from here and let the rest go in there. Because this stuff is just to make sure that this thing doesn't explode. That's all that does. All right, let's go and smelter silver so that we can get the better filters going. Put the plastic away, put that away. Just get some things realigned here. You're doing fine on power for right now. See, we have silver and silver. We have silver for days. Literally. Turn that off so I don't have to look at it. That. And then let's take, I think this is my ISIS one. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Let's put this right here for now. We need to close this vent, right? Yep. All right, so let's split 2, and then let's split 1. I don't know what silver needs. Let's go look. Oh, it's low. Excellent. So, yeah, we're good. Let's just pop that bad boy in there. There we go. Let's put our backpacks away now that we've got our silver that we need. And let's go to carbon dioxide, and we'll do the medium on here, which lasts just a touch longer. And then we need the nitrogen. Well, that's handy. And those should last a lot longer. And then we'll have to put like a little card in here, little IC in here that will tell us when our filters run low. I don't even know how to do that yet. I just know that it can be done. That's all I know. All right, so now our next big thing. So we're dumping out. I wonder if I should just dump it out this direction instead, so that way I have that whole area to play with. That seems like a much better idea, doesn't it? It does, it does. Making things more convoluted than they need to be. I mean, it doesn't really matter because the air is still going to be cold. So, I guess we'll just do it this way. Alright, so that's our output. It should be okay. Now, for you, my lovely friend. So, we're going to want you and you to push into there. But only if this is less than, oh, I don't even know how much these can hold. Tank. We don't have the tank big insulated. We just have the insulated tank. This thing. Oh, I had options, but it's a small tank. So the small tank holds 6,000 liters or 60,000 kPa, which that's fine. That'll last us for yeah, quite a bit. Quite a bit. All right, let's work on the wiring. Oh, yep. Need all of this to go here. Now, the reason I'm connecting to here is because I'm going to want to monitor it from inside so I know where it's at all times. I mean, it should stay pretty consistent, but I want to be able to see its temperature, etc. So if I've got to do any troubleshooting, it's easy peasy to do. And then this little bit of hokey pokey stuff. Oh, don't tell me I'm going to have just enough cable to pull this off. Oh, I am with one to spare. All right, but it's not actually connected to power, so we need to connect it over here. All right, well, we need more cabling. Let's go get cabling. Just so happens I have oodles of copper to use. No, I don't want that. I want cable. Oh. Grab that. That is so much faster on the
Hunger
printing.
caution.
Yeah, food, water, power. We're gonna have to go in here and take care of our needs in a minute. Turn this one off for a bit. I think we're done with that for just a little bit. I want to get the power going on this. We might as well just do a full stack. I miss the days when we had the little computer that we could use for manufacturing. We could tell it how many we actually wanted. And we just do it, and then life would be good. That was way back in the day. Alright, let's go get this hooked up. We'll get this hooked up and then we'll let our character, our lady here, get all taken care of. Now the problem with this scenario is that we've got see, I can't do a curve here because of the piping.
Hydration critical.
But we can do it could do it anywhere through here. Let's go like this. It cannot run against that. Can't run in line with the pipe. This isn't so bad. Because there is at least ground, you know. Alright, so now that should all be hooked up. Okay. Yep, alright. I'm going to set that inward. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, let's go take care of our needs. Because we are needy. Plus, we'll see how hot it is in here since we haven't been cooling it. And how much pressure is in here. Well, we haven't been adding pressure to it either, so that's a bonus. First things first. Oh yeah, our power was definitely way low. And then we could probably turn this stuff off for right now. Just save a little bit of power since we're not using it. Get some water in our system. Go ahead and consume. Oh, look at that. She's so much happier already. Okay, I'm going to turn on one of the lights here, guys, because I'm going to go. My little doggo's paw is still bothering her, and I keep sort of trying to keep an eyeball on it. Plus, you know, I got to go up and walk around and go to the little girls, you know, do the things I normally do after about an hour of streaming. So anyways, I will be right back, guys, and you got some light, and you got the sun. So in case I come back and it's dark, that way you're not blind. I'll be right back, guys. Okay, I am back. My poor little pupper. Her little pad is all, it's all sore. I was just messing with it. Okay, so yeah, you're gonna need a whole new thingy. Okay, we've taken care of all of our needs. Let's go back out and do some more work. Alright, now, do we have anything more that... Yeah, we need to connect up into there with these. And we're probably going to need 2 to make sure that this place stays nice and cold. Not cold. We want it at 25. So, let's first take these down. That was turned this way. So we want that temperature to be nice and chilly. Chilly willy. Let's bring it like this. It's gonna be kind of ugly piping, but now, do we have enough pipe to get it connected? No. Not even remotely close. Yeah, that meets up. So we need a few, but we need to do the inside too because we want to make sure it all stays nice and insulated at a nice cold temperature. We should, in the meantime, turn that, and that, and that. Let that start sucking air in. Turn that on so we can keep an eyeball on it. So, yeah, that's going to pull in lots and lots. Now, hopefully... Problem is going to be, we might have, we've got liquid carbon dioxide. So let's just turn that off, and we got to deal with that for, oh, whoops. Turn off. There's the stressor. And I just blew a pipe. Yep, right there. That's more or less because I freaking turned this off before I turned that off. Blow everything out? No. Pretty close too, though. It's 473, though. Condensation is happening in the pipe. Yeah, I know. Kinda sorta sucks. Alright, we'll deal with that in a minute. Bum, 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 bum. Let's get our pipes done. So I'll have to do a little bit of warm-up on the pipe to get it to be where we want it as far as temperature. Not too cold, not too hot. It has to be Goldilocks. It has to be just right. Let's go put our pipes away here. We're out of silicon. Oh no. Oh, excuse me, I have the hiccups. Hmm. Well, phooey. Oh, we did connect directly into that one. Okay. The question is how do I want to... You know, what I'm thinking of doing is let's pull this and this down. Let's put that like that. And then let's... like so... Throw this one back up here. The pipe heater. How does this work? Creates a pipe heater. That tells me absolutely nothing. Adds 1,000 joules of heat protected to the contents of your pipe network. So you really can't control... 1,000 joules of heat protect to the contents of your pipe network. Javuzis. This is getting to be complex, man. Very, very complex. Oh, it's 40 degrees in here already. Look at that. I mean, it just shot up in freaking temperature in here. Let's eat something real quick. Let's go take a look-see. Right, we still need silicon. Can't really do much else until we get silicon. Alright, so there isn't any liquid in there now. Temperature is negative 46.8. So what is... let's go look at carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide. Where's our little graphy? So where is its... this is where it's a gas, and it turns into a liquid at 219. What is 219? Celsius to Kelvin. That's a little off. Because the temperature right now is negative 46. We did not get rid of our pollutant. I mean, the O2 and the other stuff I don't really care about, but that's kind of... well, that's probably from when we laid the pipes down. I mean, it definitely stresses the tank out. But we could do it in stages. Oh, we blew out 2 pipes. Oh, man. All right. Well, off we go then. Let's turn you on, and then... Do I really need those? No, because all I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab silicon. 6. Grab this. I do have my flare gun if so needed. I haven't used this. Let's use this. Ah, I want to use this. Oh, that's so cool. I need more of those in my life. Absolutely. Especially when I lose power here in Panama. Give me a flare gun. Oh. Well, Pooey ruined my fun. Well, that kind of stunk. I didn't realize it was going to be daylight so soon. Don't really need iron right now. We just need silicon. Ooh, Silicon Man, where are you? It looks like silicon over there. Bum 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 bum. Nope, that is not silicon. That would be ice, which I don't need right now. Come on now, I know I have not mined out all the silicon because I barely had any to start with. Boop. Oh, this is ridiculous. Come on, give me some silicon. Oh, I see silicon. I mean, I'm glad I smelted the stuff that I had, but I didn't realize it was quite that low on silicon originally. Grab all of the silicon. I would like to have maybe 2 stacks of it, I think, because I think we're going to need quite a bit of silicon for doing our projects. Because I still want to do the steel walls on the interior and make the interior nice and pretty, and a lot of that takes plastic and glass, so we need lots and lots of silicon. Yeah, I'm just trying to not use my jetpack because we're running a little low on the whole jetpack fuel thing. This is next to copper and I really don't need any more copper right now. So just try to avoid grabbing the copper, just grab the silicon. Oh, there's more copper than I just grabbed. So much for L not getting more copper. Although we do have 2 full stacks of silicon, so that's pretty cool. Right, I really don't want to keep fighting with that. There's some more right here. Drop those in there. I mean, 3 full stacks would really, that would be really good. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, shooby dooby. Well, you know what? We're out here. I've got my beacon on. We're getting power. We're just gonna mine. Yep, that's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna mine. Need more iron. Pretty good on the iron. Yes, we'll use the iron. That's definitely a thing. We turn it into steel or use it for something else. Oh, that's coal. I don't really want coal. Now, I know I saw more silicon somewhere. Or at least I thought I did. Maybe not. Alright, so don't go flying when there's a storm. That's kind of a bad idea. Try to get yourself up and out of your tunnel without flying. Now let's grab our thing, make sure we're facing the right way. First, it helps if we put in our proper tracker card. Beacon is that way. So yeah, you move a lot slower when you're in the middle of a storm. But the good news is our wind turbine should be going absolutely crazy and giving us oodles and oodles and oodles of power. And of course, now watch, by the time I get home, the storm will be over, because that's always the way this works. I just gotta hope that I don't get hit by, like, you know, one of the filters I threw out, or, you know, any of the multitude of things that I threw out when I was sort of cleaning. Oh, there's the base. Well, we moved a little fast while we were going downhill. Tick, 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 down the hill. I am so glad I turned the beacon on before we left, though. Yeah, that was another thing I did this morning, too. I put the beacon in place, the actual stationary one, because, yeah, it uses power, but I'm not reliant, I don't have to worry about whether or not a battery goes dead and I can't find my way home. Because that's never a good thing. Meters. I don't know why I have my headlight on. Can't really see anything, whether it's on or off. Yay! There's the base. I'm a coming. No, gotta try to jump in the storm. Oh, fun times, fun times. And yeah, see, that's what happens when you try to jump up. Ah, yay, we are home. Well, we're not going to smelt anything because it's just going to blow away. But look at our wind turbines go. Look at them. They're just a-going. Go, little turbines, go. I need big ones, which we can now do because we have technology. Yes, we do. Let's see here. I think they're in here. No. Never mind. You're boring. We don't want to talk to you. So this is the big one here. It's steel and electrum. So we could put a couple of these out for the next time, and that battery would definitely be full. These are they're doing their job. Don't get me wrong, but I probably need like 4 or 5 of them to get this battery completely filled right off the bat. I'll turn this off. I can't really do much of anything until this stupid storm is over. Like, I can't even smelt in here if I wanted to, because it's... Oh, I can, because it is actually low temperature. Well, fine then. I need space. My pockets are full. So let's split 2, split 1. Is this open or closed? Closed. Excellent. Oh, it's still got a little bit of pressure in here. That's fine. Heat up. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, we should be good for our silicon. And we'll do this just to clean out our belt.
Power low.
And we'll let that do its thing. Now we have a nice big batch of silicon. Look at that, 203 grams. All right, so we need some new pipes. Put that away. I think I have another passive vent over here, don't I? Yep. Excellent. Or just do 10 of these. I think that's all we need. Yeah, they didn't give us as much power as I wanted. We'll definitely have to make some of the larger ones. Pop that in there. Pop that in there. So how are we doing in here? We're still at negative 46.8. All right, we're just going to do little bits at a time. All right, so let's turn that off because we don't want that straining the system, but it will turn back into a gas in a bit. But yeah, the pipes are definitely already getting stressed. But see, they're also de-stressing already. So this one's really, really stressed. So this one probably needs to move a little bit quicker. Yeah, helped. So we don't break this pipe out. And then when we're doing this, it shouldn't need to do as much of a filling. So this initial fill is what's going to be really, really rough. And we'll let this not have any gas in it. Yeah, so we're not adding any more pollutant or anything into here. And we're just adding CO2 and nitrogen. So we'll work on getting this tank filled up so that everything is doing what it should be doing. We don't want to stress these pipes out because we don't want them to burst again. Did you pop? No, that's just the... Let's go ahead and hook this up. We could get rid of the liquid stuff, but I'm sort of thinking it's not really necessary because once it's in the tank and it goes back to a gas, it doesn't tend to turn... I mean, it does when we add more coldness to it, but once it settles, it's usually okay. But yeah, definitely running this constantly would be a very, 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 very bad idea. Very bad. Alright, so while this is settling, let's go work on the interior. I have to do some sort of alert system on that thing. So I know not to go out in the middle of a storm.
Hydration critical.
Yeah, we're going inside. Chill out, suit lady. Little voice inside my helmet. We change our oxygen over as well. Okay, so that's fixed. It's 43 degrees in here now. Ooh.
Waste tank caution.
We grab the C thingy and pop you right there. So now we have two that should help cool off the room. I could do it lengthwise, but I'm not super duper worried about it. Alright, waste tank caution. Let's flip you around. I think I have another one over here. Yes, I do. So let's pop that there. As part of my system for relieving some of the pressure that was in that oxygen tank, I started filling up spare tanks so I would have them. Alright, so food, water. Well, food is... yeah, I don't feel like eating right now. So we've got that. We need to do some renaming of stuff so I know what the heck I'm doing. Just saying, is there anything else I really need to worry about right now? I don't think so. so we're going to want to rename this. What do we want to name this? I'm having a brain fart here. Oh, that works for me. I know I had a name for this, but I don't remember what it was. I think it was room cooler. No, that was yeah. So room temperature filter there. Of course, this is our environment, garden environment. Fire tank. That works. Oh, you need a name as well. Pump. Oh, you know what? We should just name this Garden Enviro Filtration. That just makes so much more sense. Garden Enviro External Pump. Bum 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 bum. Do 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 do. Okay, so we've got that taken care of. Don't want to pull in any cold. We could. It would just equalize inside of here. We could pull in just a little bit. Yeah, it's de-stressing our pipes a little bit. What's the temperature in here? All right, let's go ahead and turn that off now. It's starting to get a little bit too warm in there. I'll finish processing all that. And it de-stressed our pipes. It's a good thing. It was still below 0, but it will warm up our tank a little bit, so that we can get this down to gas again. I'm trying to think if we should put a gas pipe heater on here just to keep it to where it doesn't freeze. But I think we'll be okay. I don't know how much MPA we use per day, but should be okie dokie. I'm guessing. I'm hoping. Maybe. Possibly. But yeah, now it's definitely like kicking its butt down. And it's still negative 28 degrees, so it should definitely do a good job on the cooling part. Why are you like... Oh, that's the world. All right, I was getting confuzzled. So we got 1.72 in there now. We'll run it again tonight. Now for this side. This actually isn't too bad. We're just going to connect it right back up over to here. And we don't really care about the temperature. I mean, because it's going to equalize to what's out here. Sorry. So this shouldn't be too bad. And that'll filter out the icky stuff. I don't have a whole lot of pipes. Let's go get our pipes and let's get this hooked up. And then we'll need an active vent for that one. So we can turn the active vent on and off when we need to just shoot some air out into Mars. Mars. All right, so you're going to come here. Let me grab my wrench. Now, I'm completely okay with this. No, you need to go there. So now we just equalized our pressure by like a whole bunch. So my thought is we want to get this one to sit at about 6 or 7 so that it can constantly have oxygen for that. So we need a pressure regulator. This is just a pump. So let's go make a pressure regulator. That's a simple solution for that one. We're just gonna leave this on. Gotta do something about that power. It's eating at me. Bum, 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 bum. So we're gonna put it in, I think, right here. We want to turn it around. And let's see here. Yeah, so we're going to keep this about 7 or 8. That way it doesn't explode, but it has plenty to fill my oxygen tanks. That's fine. And it's not too messy to even wire, which makes Elle a very happy lady. Right, so that will do that, making sure that it is set to that. But it won't, it won't overpressure it. Say whaty? All right. So there we go. Now it's throwing some pressure into this pipe. Yeah, we gotta we have to relieve this stuff. Oof, that was bad. I didn't realize it was that bad. Okay, so now we can turn that off. And you're there. Where are you at? You're at 1.4. And you are at 1.29. So now we need a sensor here. With more pipe to go to an active vent to let things out if it gets too much. That way we don't have to worry about it. And yeah, we're going to be throwing away oxygen, but if we've got a full tank of oxygen, I'm not going to super worry about it. Oh, I didn't make my, let's just do it like this. I could fit it there, but it's gonna look funky. All right, we'll do it like that. Actually, it probably, no, it should go, I need my drill. Like that. You can even do it. Just trying to keep things tidy a little bit if I can. Like that. Because that won't affect this at all. All right. Let's go ahead and give it some power, just so that we know that we've got it hooked up. We can just go, I do believe I can go straight through. No, I cannot. Here I was trying to be nice and neat and non-messy. That will teach me for trying to be non-messy. It's a little squirrely, I'll admit, but better than the alternative, which is, let's see here. So it's already set to outward. Okay. Now we need a sensor. Analyzer. I always say sensor, but it's an analyzer. These things are so handy to have. So handy. Do I want it that way, or do I want it? Yeah, that'll work. Again, squirrely, I know. Now, how are these doing? 93 and 100? Okay, because I'll probably want to upgrade those as well. Just so we have better ones. Now, I'm not going to have to worry about that for a while. So I'm not going to worry too much about the MIPS programming on it. But what I am going to do is I'm going to put that away, and we're going to put that away. Turn you off. And let's go back in. I think we're ready to actually see what we can do with this. I think. Oh, it's 45 degrees Celsius in here. We need to get some cold air. Oh, I probably should have ran some more cold air in there, shouldn't I? All right, you know what? Cancel. Let's go run a little bit more cold air in. Oh, I've already blown out a pipe. Really? Ha. Now look, I have liquid carbon dioxide everywhere. Ay. Easy. Well, that kind of sort of sucks. I'm not going to lie. I don't really want it to um, burst my pipes, especially right there. And I think it's because it's pulling in so fast that it doesn't have enough room here to process. And the problem is that if this doesn't actually get the cool air during the day, the warmer air during the day, it's going to constantly be a problem. Huh. Well, what do we want to do? I am debating, people. Because we obviously stressed it out, like, pretty hardcore right there. I mean, the pipes are still stressed. They're not getting any better. So do we put a pipe heater on? Yeah, see that one gets really stressed really fast. So, how do we do? Well, the pollutant definitely is not
Power
helpful.
low.
And we're definitely getting rid of the stuff pretty quickly. So there's that. But now we've got our pipes at 42% stress. Do we just not push the liquid through? I don't know how we do that. Is there a way for me to just like have like a drain that gets rid of it? Can you connect a pipe to a drain to get? Let's go find out. Fudge it. That's what we do. We are stationeers. We experiment and hope we don't blow up while we do so. But I thought the last time I looked at a drain, see, this is a kit liquid, and I think it goes to a liquid pipe. Wait, don't I have one? I do. Turn you off for a second. No, actually turn you back on. Sorry, being brain dead. Being brain dead. So let me see about finding, we need some more insulated pipe. Let's grab a couple of these.
Hunger caution.
Look, voice in my head, stop telling me that I'm like in peril. It's not helpful. Dun, 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 bum, 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 bum. All right, so if we, well, let me put that there and grab this. I don't even know if I can hook that on without putting anything down. Yeah, that's kind of what I was afraid of. All right, well, do I have any frames? No, I need a frame and I need... I have iron frames. Well, you know what? I just want to test this and see if it works. If it works, great. Lovely. Wonderful. Life is great. Like I can't... I don't think that's gonna work, guys. Do we have anything that converts like from there to there? I don't know. This, grab that. Yeah, see that doesn't it doesn't connect to it, I don't think. Only connects to a liquid pipe. So I don't think it's gonna help. That looks strange and demented. I guess we could maybe test it over there. We can make another one, test it over here. We'll just take this one apart and take it over there. That's easier. So if this is our issue, put it there. See, that just, like, it should turn yellow, I would think, if that was going to work. Yeah, it's not moving it out. All right, so how do we get rid of liquids out of our gas lines? Let's go see. Let's see here. Umbilical? I don't think I want to know what that is. Pressure valve pumps gas into a liquid pipe in order to pumps gas into a liquid pipe in order to raise the pressure, which is not what I want. Pipe radiator liquid, pipe heater kit for liquids, passive liquid inlet. Liquid floor inlet that quickly removes liquids in one direction from the world into the connected pipe network and equalizes gases with it. Remove liquids from grids at the same level up to 6. Okay, so that's a drain, but that's not, that doesn't work. Okay, so that's what we just tried, and that did not work. Passive liquid drain. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Constructed from kit liquid drain. Oh, there's a variant. Hang on, hang on. Pipe. Active liquid outlet. Passive liquid drain. Oh! Oh, look at that! Heck yeah! So we do that. We make another one, and we put that over here so that it can drain out. Hallelujah! Take this. And look at that. It's draining it out. Oh, I am so happy. And then it just evaporates after it turns into a gas because it's warmed up. And look at that. We have our stress is coming down, but we still have CO2 and we still have nitrogen in here, and it's still converting. Beautiful. So we just need something like that over here. And that will keep the stress down, and we can do what we need to do. All right, let's go make another kit. Ha 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 ha. Ha ha, she says. We just need one of these. Oh my goodness, we need to take care of so many things. Give me you. Let's run away with you. I'm running away with my kit. Alright, so we want to change you into that. And I guess we should maybe dig a little bit, huh? That way it actually, like, you know, does what we want it to do. There we go. All right. So now, if I've done everything correctly, so there is stress coming in. And then the stress just goes away. And life is beautiful. And then you get stressed over here, but you're draining it out. And we're still getting our carbon dioxide, and we're still getting our nitrogen, and it's draining out the liquids. Hallelujah! All right, so I don't want to run this again because we're at negative 25 now. All right, let's go take care of our stuff, take care of ourselves, and then we'll do the MIPS programming to get everything back online again and see if we can start cooling this place off. We probably should rename all this stuff, shouldn't we? Yes, 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 yes. You're already... Okay, no, you're not renamed. Okay. Garden Enviro... Oxygen filter. You are the Garden Enviro Oxygen pump. Well, no, we don't need to name you because you're just going to stay on permanently. Garden Enviro Oxygen Analyzer. Garden Enviro Failsafe. Vent. Garden Enviro Oxygen Tank. There we go. So that should have renamed everything on this network here. Excellent. Excellent. you off. We're gonna put you in there, put you right there, to put you in there, put you right there. Just trying to keep myself a little organized, guys. Alright, cycle to the interior. 47 degrees. Pretty soon it's going to be to where we can't be in here with our helmet off. Oof. Oof, oof, oof. It's no bueno. It's no bueno. We might already be at that point. No, we're okay. But it is going to get hot. Yep, yep, yep. Okay. Switch out our power. Have some water. We can turn off our light. Go eat something. Do I have anything? Nope, I don't. Oh, I do. I have this little bit here. Which isn't going to help a whole lot in the grand scheme of things, but I feel better now. Alright. And she needs a shower. So I think we can probably take off our stuffs here. There we go. Let her sort of clear herself off. And then I'm going to be right back, guys. I'm going to go do my once an hour, you know, move around thing. I'll be right back. And I'm back. So we're still good on water. That's excellent. All right, so we need to grab this bad boy and take this over to here and put that in there and turn this on and switch this over to, oh, I like the way that looks. That's so cool. Editor housing. All right, that's the last one that we worked on. You know what? I don't have my notepad up. Hang on a second, guys. Because I definitely want to get that in here. I don't think I have it in here. Yeah, no, I don't. So, let's just pull this up like that. And I'll just rewrite it over here because they don't let me just copy the whole thing, which is kind of craptastic. Could we please? Yeah, there we go. We'll filter D1. Yield and load R0. Room sensor. Put pressure on it. Set if it's greater than R0, R050. S room pull filter on R0, then jump start. Now I actually think, hang on a second. I think I can actually turn this one back on again. It needs a little bit of adjusting. There we go. It's pulling the air out. Excellent. Let me, nope. Grab this. Okay, so this is filling up slowly but surely. How are you doing? Yep, you're a little high. Why are you high? You should be at 6.25. You know, I'm not even going to ask. You are definitely getting a little bit of oxygen in here. Yeah, we still got some pollutant inside here. Oh well. It is what it is. Okay, so now we've got that saved and we can do that. So we want to edit, clear. Our other script. Our other script is here. Right. All right, so let me copy this because this controls our grow light and everything else. So let's go ahead and paste that in here. Vertical, and if it's less than 90, then we want to turn the grow light on. But we also want to say, see, this is where it's going to get interesting. Analyzer pressure. Analyzers on D2, which, yeah, you're not going to recognize D2 right now. Because we do have an analyzer out there. Let me, hang on a second, let me export this. At line 14, which says what? Line 14, R1 analyzer pressure, right, because you don't have that actually in there. Turn you off for a moment. D1 is a grow light. D2 is the analyzer. Pipe analyzer. You're on. You're over there. Are you reading both analyzers? Ooh. I bet you I need to rename it. Let's... Do I still have my renamer? No. There we go. Let's rename that one so that we know which one we're dealing with. I thought I renamed it, but apparently, no, I don't think I did. No, I did not. So we want to name this Garden Enviro. What do we want? A garden environment sensor? Because that one will be the oxygen sensor. Because I don't think I renamed that one either. Oh, that doesn't sound good. Oh, you're off. Wait. Who is stressed? You're not. You're not. I'm hearing things rattling around. Why are you at 50.8? Are you not turning this on like you should be? Probably, I don't want to make another sensor, but that definitely cleared out the whole problemo. I think it just shuts off when that shuts off. Oh, we did name this one. All right. We'll go me for naming things. Except not everything, because, you know, yeah, I'm an L. That's what I do. All right, back into here. Turn our light off. But we are definitely at our pressure, which is excellent. Okay, so you can go back in there, and D2 needs to be set to okay, so envirofiltration, oxygen analyzer. All right, so that's what you should be. What is D3 supposed to be? D3 is the room cooler. Temperature pump. I think that's supposed to be that out there. I don't remember what I named that. Or is it the filter? cooler, room sensor, cooler pump. I think there were things that I did not use on this, right? Yeah, it looks like I didn't use everything. So room sensor temperature set if greater than R2 to 298. So the analyzer was for the tank that we were originally storing everything in, I think. Oh, no, if the pipes were at 1,000. If the pipes were at 1,000, then we wanted it to stop. If it was less than 1,000, we wanted it to run. So, but room cooler was the temperature. Oh my goodness. Sometimes I wonder how I actually managed to follow a thought. So load R2 as room sensor. Temperature. Set if greater than 298. And there's probably more here. Cooler pump on R2. Which would be the temperature pump here. Which was D5. Right, so you're still set to that. You're still set to that. And you're still set to that. Room cooler is the actual filtration system. Okay. That it would start to pull. All right, well, let's see if now you don't freak out. You should be okay with that now. Nope, you're still blinking an arrow. What's your issue? Incorrect variable at line 14. Well, that would be why, because you're not on the right thing. Export. Incorrect variable at line 14. What is wrong with line 14? Load R1 analyzer pressure. The analyzer is on D2. Light. Oh, I could open up my...
Temperature high.
Yeah, that's kind of what I figured. Oh, that's the pump. Incorrect variable at line 14. Load R1 analyzer pressure. This worked yesterday, so I am confuzzled. Garden and enviro sensor, grow light, daylight sensor, room cooler, garden sensor. R1 analyzer pressure. I don't comprehend why it's no different than this. Or this. Why is it this one that's having an issue? Did I do something bad here? Load R1 analyzer pressure. Confirm. Device not found at line 16. So line 16, you're looking for room cooler. Room cooler is defined on D4. Okay, wait. D4 is the room sensor, which is correct. D3 should be the room cooler. Device not found though. Room cooler. I think. Wasn't that... Oh, you know what? I didn't bring my labeler with me. Fudge. Room cooler. I want to say that was the filtration device. I could have sworn it was the filtration device that ran. Oh, we moved it though, didn't we? I did rename it. I don't remember what I renamed it. Let's go take a look. What did I name you? Ah, garden enviro filtration. When in reality, yes, that already has, oh, you know what, while we're here, let's pull some more cold air in. Yeah, so the stress is, it's dealable. I don't like it, but it's dealable. I like to get this up to about 3 MPa before we start messing with it, because hopefully during the day while we're writing this code, it can start cooling off the room for us. Oh, that's bad. But that will, yeah, that'll still work. And nothing's groaning like it's going to go explodey, which is also good. Oh, yeah, you're still stressy.
Hunger critical.
Yeah. Little busy, little voice in my head. Yeah, and the liquids are coming down, being converted into gases, which is fine. Okay. Do. Boop. Oh, that's so not good. All right, next problem to deal with before we go in. Eating, drinking, it's all a thing, man. You gotta keep up with all of it. Oh, it's 50 degrees Celsius in here now. Arg! I don't know. I may just have to like manually run it for the time being, just to make sure that we get the cold air in there, get it nice and full, and then I won't have to worry about it for a while. I can put like a monitor up that tells me how much is in there. I might just do that instead of trying to automate everything. Okay, so we actually want you to turn on. Is that supposed to be room cooler? Is D3. So we want to change you to temperature pump, I think is what I called it, right? Right there. Okay, so now let's grab you. Well, it's ticking, but it should be helping with the temp. It is. Oh my goodness. Yep, it'll help get the temperature down. And then we can leave that stuff turned off when we're not running the active vent to just help save on stuffs. Alright, well now we can at least open our helmet again. Pretty soon we're going to have to actually start eating our potatoes. So there's that. Get a drink of water. That's going to work for a bit, trying to get everything done. We're going to close our helmet. Wait, how's our power doing? Yeah, we're good. Turn our light on. Let's go out and make sure that that tank is nice and full. Because it's going to take a bit to cool that room off. Yep, it sure is. Alright, how's your stress doing? Alright, you're not stressed at all? Why is it you're not stressed and then suddenly you're immediately stressed? Alright, well. Look at that, it just like immediately stresses right out. But it's de-stressing as well. So I guess we're just gonna go with it. It seems to be working. I'm not hearing anything groaning or creaking or, you know, telling me bad things are about to explode in my face and turn me into space mush. All right, and the sun's about to come up, so we will go ahead and turn that off. And then since we're turning everything off, how are you doing? This pipe is empty. It is. You're empty, so I'll turn you off. And then you've pushed everything in, so we can turn you off. Because now we're conserving power like no tomorrow, because I need to deal with power issues. Bye. Oh, look at that. 24, 25 degrees. Oh, I didn't think it was going to happen that quickly. Oh, I am so excited, guys.
Oxygen low.
Why am I hearing creaking? I'm hearing creaking over there. This is why. Yeah, that was definitely why. I think we got to put a weight in there so that this runs for a bit to push everything out. All right, so we're good here. And then we've got 718 kPa of oxygen, carbon dioxide, and nitrogen, which, okay. These are all good. Oh, that's probably from my tank there because it's all equalized through the system. So you're at 8 megapascals, which is absolutely perfect. All right, so we want to write that and make sure that there is a weight so that we don't get creaky pipes anymore. Bum, bum, bum. And we're back to a lovely, lovely system. All right, so what I need to look at is edit. Is there like a weight or a sleep? Yeah. So let me see that actual script there. Oh, we're not running that thing at all. We're just running the filter itself. So we should probably run that as well. Let's go ahead and say paste. Let's see here. Set. Hang on a second, because cancel. I don't remember what I named that thing. D0. know it's garden something. I think it's the pump. External pump? I think that's that pump over there. Analyzer, filter, pump. This is the one we want. So that's now on D3. Alright, so alias, oxygen, pump. Oh, it's actually D2. My bad. And so we're going to also say set oxygen pump on our 0. I think we're still going to have buildup though. What we could do is say, let's do this. Let's do a sleep for 5 seconds and then set room pull filter on our 0. May not need 5 seconds, but guitar. Export. So now whenever it does its thing, the pump should come on first out there, and then the filter unit should work. Although we're not really like running anything currently. How are we doing on battery? Oh, well, we're full solid blue. That's excellent. Got a little ways to wait. We'll change our battery out while we're waiting. I'm not going to turn that off until I know that everything is working as it should be. Ah, this is lovely though. Having nice large tanks for that will be great. And then what I'll just do is I'll just put like a monitor up here so that I can see what my my environment tank is at. Pressure is 49.7. Yeah, probably better that we don't automate that big active vent because it takes a lot of power to run. 49.8. But we are definitely keeping the temperature down in here now, which makes me so happy. Let's plant our potatoes again. And they'll start eating up that carbon dioxide and giving us lovely oxygen. $49.9. Okay, so this should start to come on now as soon as we hit 49.9. So that should come on first before that does. 5 seconds was probably a bit long, but better safe than sorry as far as I'm concerned. I just want to make sure that it's clearing out that pipe. If there's anything left over after it shuts off, then... Okay, so that came on. And the filter just came on. Excellent. Now, let's go see. We go monitor it now that we've got the pressure up in here. Oh, we're also going to go over here and turn this on while I'm doing that. Because, yeah, that needs more pressure. Be back to check on you in a minute. Multitasking in Stationeers. So you have 2.93. Bum, 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 bum. So we gotta wait for the pressure to get back up to 50 again. And I just ran the airlock, so it might take a minute. Okay, well, you do you. I'm gonna go check on my big vent out here. Ah. Well, I don't hear anything groaning and moaning. That's... Oh, we just blew out a pipe. I say that right as I get here. Oh, I forgot to turn on my stuff. Yeah, no wonder things blew up. Good grief. We have one last pipe left. Oh my gosh. Boing. Alright, so now you're on. You're empty. Turn you on. Now, last time we did this, it got up to a little over 100, and then it started to ease up. All right, looks like it's easing up. And you should be getting lots of pressure. Yep, excellent. Okay, so now back over here. Hey. All right, how are you doing here? So you're at 2.9 now. So is this just something I should just leave running so it's just constantly got it cleared? All right, so that was the system turning it off. Yeah, I think it's gonna have to be just one of those things I just leave on, so that way it just does what it needs to do, and this thing just pulls as it needs to. Oh, whoops. Increase. I want increase, not decrease. There we go. And back to here. So maybe that would help just by turning it up a bit. I think it's finally reached pressure in there, so maybe we can actually get a good test. Let's go check our other side. Just gonna go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. All right, we haven't blown out any pipes. This is beautiful. We're at 3 MPa in here, which is also beautiful. So we could technically automate this to make sure it runs at night if we wanted to. This is a little stressy. Yeah, we've got it maxed out. It's still at negative 20 point. I don't know why the temperature is going up. It should be going down. I mean, this is the cold night air, so I'm a little confuzzled. I mean, world temperature is 46 degrees, negative 46 degrees, so this should be going downwards. Instead, it's going up. I don't understand that. Well, are you gonna go into the negative to like start cooling off? Let's see here, because you've got all this cold liquid in there. So maybe we need the liquid to keep it chilling? I don't know. The whole phase state thing just sort of boggles my brain, so not gonna lie. Maybe we should... There we go. Now it's getting it cold again. Of course, the pipes here are stressed because of the liquid. But again, now it's not cooling it again. So let's see here. Yeah, we're getting warmer, not colder. I do not understand. Why are you pulling in air that is that just because of this thing here? I am unsure. I'm gonna fiddle with that, I think, after the stream is done. See if I can figure out why it's doing that. Now, back to you. You're at 253 PA, which is not bad. mean, if that's all it keeps in here, that's fine. I would like to see it actually turn on and evacuate the pump. There we go. All right, so that evacuated. That pulls in. All right, so that was a pretty big jump. And you did not do it. So I think, yeah, we're just going to turn that on. Just let that run. But we've got our lovely base back under temperature control. I've got a few little kinks I need to work out, but it's fine. It's fine. We'll be good. We'll be good. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to call it here, guys. I'm going to mess with getting that tank filled up and hopefully with cold air, because that's the only way that this is going to work. Keeping it down at that nighttime air level, and I don't know why it's not down there. I could not tell you. I don't understand it. So yeah, let me grab this, throw that in there, and we will get back to this tomorrow, and see what other trouble I can try to not get into. At least I didn't blow myself up, so that's a bonus. I always look at a day in Stationeers in which I do not die as a good day in Stationeers. So, anyways, thanks for coming and hanging out with me, and especially all you lovely butts who I had to ban. That was a lot of fun, and hope to see you again tomorrow. Do me a favor, if you're on YouTube, hit the like and subscribe button, and if you're over on Kick, hit the follow button. I am trying to get up to my 50 followers, so it does help. And in the meantime, stay safe, stay